Hey everybody, welcome back to the show. Today is Thursday, August the 6th, 2026. My name is James Rule, XRP. I am a cryptocurrency teacher. I'm not a financial advisor. Follow me on Twitter at All the Money. Well, today I'm going to teach you. I have pulled up a handful of blockchain ecosystems and the token that runs on top of those blockchains. And we're going to look at each one of them. We're going to briefly look at each one so you'll have a general idea of what these different assets are, what the blockchains are, what gives you a reason to maybe look at them a little bit closer. So we're going to go and get after it. We're not going to look at sponsors. We're not going to look at prices. We're not going to look at the Clarity Act. We're going to go and get after it. The first one is Bitcoin, and Bitcoin was the first cryptocurrency ever created. Bitcoin is the world's first decentralized cryptocurrency, launched in 2009 by the pseudonymous creator Satoshi Nakamoto. It runs on the public blockchain secured by proof-of-work mining, enabling anyone to send value peer-to-peer without banks or governments. With a hard-capped supply of 21 million coins, Bitcoin is designed as digital gold, a scarce, censorship-resistant store of value that has become the benchmark for the entire crypto market and a popular hedge against inflation and monetary debasement. And if it wouldn't have been for Bitcoin being created, we wouldn't have all of these other amazing altcoins that have been created after the fact. Next, we have Ethereum. ETH is the native cryptocurrency of the Ethereum blockchain, a decentralized open source platform launched in 2015 by Vitalik Buterin and others. Unlike Bitcoin, which primarily serves as digital money, Ethereum was designed as a world computer that runs smart contracts, self-executing code that automatically enforces agreements without intermediaries. This enables decentralized applications, dApps, decentralized finance, DeFi, NFTs, and countless other programmable uses. Ether powers the network by paying for transaction fees, which is gas, and securing the chain through proof of stake, making ETH both a utility token and a foundation asset of the broader crypto ecosystem. Currently, ETH is the number 2 cryptocurrency by market cap. Now we're going to look at my favorite, which is XRP. Now, XRP was created to be a better Bitcoin for a reason, for value, to send value across the internet of value, just like the internet of information. Emails, text messages, you can now send value that fast. XRP is the native digital asset of the XRP ledger, a fast, energy-efficient open source blockchain. It is primarily designed to enable near-instant, low-cost cross-border payments and currency exchanges between financial institutions, individuals, and payment providers, settling transactions in 3 to 5 seconds for a fraction of a cent. All of that is true. Unlike many cryptocurrencies that are mined over time, all 100 billion XRP were pre-created at launch. A portion is held in escrow and released gradually, while the rest circulates freely. XRP acts as a bridge currency that can be converted into almost any other crypto or asset on the ledger, making it a practical tool for global value transfer rather than a speculative store of value. The Internet of Value. Next, we have Stellar Lumens, which is XLM, which was a runoff of XRP. It's the native cryptocurrency of the Stellar Network, an open source blockchain launched in 2014 by Jeb McCaleb, co-founder of Ripple, and Joyce Kim. Designed for fast, extreme, low-cost cross-border payments and asset tokenization, Stellar enables individuals, banks, and payment providers to transfer value or issue digital versions of any currency in seconds for the fraction of a cent. XLM acts as a bridge currency that facilitates seamless conversions between different assets on the network and is also used to pay minimal transaction fees, making Stellar a powerful tool for our financial inclusion and global money movement, especially in underserved regions. And you see how close XRP and XLM are together. I choose XRP. Hedera, which is HBAR, is the native cryptocurrency of the Hedera network, a public distributed ledger that uses the unique hashgraph consensus algorithm instead of a traditional blockchain. Launched to deliver exceptional speed, fairness, and security, Hedera can process thousands of transactions per second with near instant finality and extremely low fees. HBAR is used to pay for network services such as consensus, token service, and smart contracts, to stake for network security, and as a utility token that powers enterprise-grade applications in finance, supply chain, identity, and more, making it a high-performance alternative designed for real-world business application. This is the HBAR logo. If we continue, I'm going to show you VeChain. And this is the last one out of a handful that I'm going to show you. And this one's pretty cool because it always tracks the authenticity of different things. And I'm going to read these two paragraphs and you'll go, really? And it's a fraction of a penny right now. VeChain is the native cryptocurrency of VeChain Thor, an enterprise-focused Layer 1 public blockchain launched in 2015 by Sunny Liu that specializes in real-world applications for supply chain transparency, product authenticity, anti-counterfeiting, sustainability tracking, and secure data management across industries like logistics, fashion, food, and automotive. It uses a dual token model where VET serves as the primary value transfer, staking in government's tokens. Holders generate VETHO and can participate in network security via staking delegation. And after the 2025 Hayabusa upgrade to delegate proof of stake, while the companion VETHO token acts as the stable gas for transaction fees and smart contract execution, keeping costs predictable for businesses. The network is EVM compatible, highly efficient, blocks every 10 seconds with low energy use, and supports features like IoT, which is an Internet of Things integration, fee delegation, and multi-clause transactions to bridge physical goods and verifiable digital records. And it's currently a fraction of a penny. And what's neat, I've made videos in the past that shows how wine bottles are authenticated with an NFC tag that is traceable in the VeChain network. And also, I think Sam's Club in Japan is using it. You're looking at for shipping. You're looking at for transporting milk, and it measures the temperature of the milk as it's in transit. It measures how fast the milk was sent from point A to point B. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, it measures the farm, the actual cows, kind of like the wine. It measures the vineyards and where everything was created. It's putting everything on the blockchain for authenticity. Because if I'm not mistaken, I think Sunny Liu worked for Louis Vuitton. And he saw that there was a lot of counterfeits being made at Louis Vuitton. So when he created VeChain, he did this so that things could be traced and tracked for authenticity. And I think it's pretty cool. I do have a bag of VeChain as well as everyone we talked about in this video. So quick, short video. Maybe tomorrow we'll catch up on the Clarity news, crypto pricing, all of the above. Make sure to have a good day. Do your research. Enjoy what you hold or hodl. And I'll see you on the next one. James Rule, XRP is out of here. And don't forget, people, I told you so.